going?
Put on Kimono and walk around the shrine.
Yay! We're gonna be legit tourists. So put on some kimonos and walk and take many, many, many photos. Yeah? Yep. We got like what, 12 minutes to get there?
It takes 12 minutes to walk there. We've got 20 minutes before our appointment time.
Okay. They're gonna do our hair. She gonna wear a kimono. We have yet to see her wear anything. I'm always the one wearing something.
Or the road.
Yeah, for like 2 seconds in the room. Now you're gonna wear it outside.
I wore it to bed.
Outside. Where people can see you.
Well, that one was way too short.
That was true. I don't know if you were short because you're taller than me. Unfortunately for me, we went all the way down to my feet. Oh, my ankles. I couldn't barely walk. I almost bust my butt on the stairs. Then again, I seem to be doing that lately. I almost fall everywhere. All right. Till then. Next time we'll be all dolled up. I can't lift my arms up.
You need
There's a lot of people. And a bow. Well, not a bow. It's a flower. But
I was not able to record within the location that we rented our kimonos from and had our hair done at. But I can say they had a pretty good selection of kimonos from their color and sizes and designs. When Jess was taking photos for me, I noticed these ladies at the corner of my eye trying to take photos with us without making it obvious. But they were so adorable about it that I wasn't even mad. So I just nodded to them to let them know it was okay. So then they came up and they were posing with us. So basically we're part of someone's memory somewhere in this world. And I'm not gonna lie, super flattering. There was a regret that I had in choosing the hairstyle. I chose it because it's typically not something I do. It's not ugly, it's kind of cute, but just not for me. Here I'm lighting a batch of incense I just purchased from a little shop nearby to place inside what is called a jokoro. The smoke from the incense is said to have healing properties, and you can see a lot of people are more motioning their hands to their head because they believe that healing your head will make you smarter. And since you know, I need a little bit of that smartness and a lot of that healing to go all over me. So I was definitely trying to fan a lot of that smoke on me. Not enough to hurt me, but enough to bless me. While we were strolling around in our kimonos, we came across this lady promoting this owl cafe. I know we went to one before, but this one promoted that they had other animals there, so we definitely had to go. At least I did, because I love animals. We were not allowed to record, it was a specific rule. We could take as many photos as we like, just no videos. And we definitely took a lot of photos. Now, the entry ticket does not guarantee you to touch all of the animals. That is an additional charge. But we got the bundle one so that we could have 5 minutes with each one that was available. But let's say you're afraid of touching one of the other animals. You don't have to do everything. You can just choose to just do an owl, or if you just want to do the meerkat. It's all up to you. Another thing I loved was the ability to feed the animals. They placed out cups of food specific to those animals, of which you have to pay for, of course. So you put your money inside of the box that's next to where the cups are, and you just pick up one cup to feed the animals. So we pretty much did that for everyone that we were able to. What I remember, it was the foxes as well as the capybara. Oh, that's right. Also with your entry, you're given an option between having an ice cream or a beverage. Now, of course, there was matcha, which means that's what I'm going for. And it was ice cream. Both things I really enjoy. Since we got the bundle to spend 5 minutes with each of the animals that we were allowed to hold and pet, once we were ready, we were told to let one of the ladies know that we were ready. And the order we decided to go in was as the path led around to the exit. So we started with the fenny fox. And as you can see from my face, I was so excited. Made my day. And if you notice, I get a little nip from the fenny fox, but that was because my hand went a little too close to its face. And remember, they are wild animals. They cannot be domesticated 100%. So of course, I just respected its space and did not touch too close to its face. Mind you, it is something they warn you about when you get the bundle to hold and pet these animals. So you're kind of taking your own risks. But I live on the wild side, so why not? And next up were the meerkats. And yes, I was very excited because I never held one before and I really wanted to hold one. They were actually a lot softer than I thought they were going to be and very chilled. I thought it was so adorable. At one point it was trying to like dig into my sweater. I do think there was something with this sweater when it came to animals, because I also wore it when I was at the otter cafe, and one of the baby otters were trying to dig into my sweater the same way the meerkat was doing. It could just be the texture of it. I don't know what it was, but it was very cute and adorable every time they did it. Now, the next furry friend we were allowed to have 5 minutes with was indeed the star of the cafe, the owl. We were allowed to choose which owl we wanted to have perched on our shoulder or to hold on our arm. It depends on which one you choose that will come included with your bundle. The bigger the owl, you'll have to pay an additional. So for this owl specifically, I had to pay an additional $5 for, but I did not care. This is the owl I saw when the lady was doing her promotions outside during our stroll. It was the reason I stopped to look at it, because of its eyes. I fell in love with this owl's eyes and the massive size of it. So I didn't care. I paid the extra $5 so that I could have this specific owl. And I wanted it to be perched on my shoulder. Best believe I was having a Harry Potter moment. This moment, the owl kind of scared me a little bit. I look over and I see the owl's eye looking into my eye, and I had a moment. I didn't realize the owl's face was so close to mine. All I remember seeing was a big orange eyeball. Surprisingly enough, the owl was really nice and stood on my shoulder the whole 5 minutes and left exactly at the last moment. Another thing that surprised me, I thought it was going to be kind of heavy because look how massive this owl is, but it was super light. It's easy to forget that birds are actually lighter than they are. They're pretty much all feather and fluff. Now, according to the lady, she told me this was one of the world's largest owl species, and I don't doubt it. If I could own an owl, this would be the one. I know it looks like that I'm afraid, but I'm not. I'm just trying not to move too much because I don't want the owl to fly away. I'm not holding on to it by any sort of leash, so the owl is free to leave whenever it gets fed up with me. I was still very gracious that this owl stood on me the full 5 minutes. It felt very magical. There were many moments where Jess was telling me, move around, change your poses, and I'm like, I don't want to scare it away. So then now I'm looking over here like I'm praying for something. Now this lovely owl that Jess chose was $3 extra. Now like I said, it depends on the size of the bird. because it was larger than the smaller ones that came with the bundle, it did require an additional fee. I did feel kind of sorry for Jess because this particular owl, it seemed like it did not want to be bothered. After about a minute, the owl did fly away, so we had to get the lady back in order to retrieve the owl to put him back on Jess's shoulder. But then after about another minute, the owl flew away again. And at that point, it's just like, you can't force the animal to stay with you if it doesn't want to. But I managed to try and get as many photos as possible because I kind of already knew this owl was ready to leave at any moment. Which was a shame because it was a very beautiful owl with a very distinct face. Such a shame couldn't get more photos of it. Now the last lovely beauty that we were able to spend 5 minutes with was the white snake. Yes, a white snake. This was my first time really holding a snake, but I was kind of nervous. In my family, I grew up having to fear the snake, but I never really did. So this was my first time I was actually able to hold on to one without anyone telling me, no, you can't do it. And honestly, I was living for it. I was nervous, but once I was able to hold it, I realized it wasn't as scary as everyone made it out to seem. You still respect the animal, but the fear was no longer there. I do remember reading about the symbolism of snakes in Japanese culture. In Japanese culture, the white snake often appears as the headdress of the goddess Benzaiten. As the goddess of fertility, wealth, and good fortune, Benzaiten appears with a white snake as her messenger. Some believe that white snakes are messengers to the human world, shapeshifters that move easily between heaven and the underworld. Since snakes can shed their skin, the snake is believed to symbolically live for thousands of years. It is widely believed that when a human encounters a snake, especially a white one, it is an extremely lucky omen. I was lucky enough that at this cafe, they did take the snake's shedded skin and they laminate pieces of it for you, of course to purchase. I definitely purchased one and I keep it inside of my wallet because I do believe that snakes can be scary animals because of the reputation they hold, but they can also be very beautiful in their way. A dangerous beauty. Now, if you know the anime One Piece, I was definitely feeling those Boa Hancock vibes while holding this snake. And by chance, if you're not familiar with One Piece, just keep watching this vlog. At the end, I'll introduce you to the world of One Piece.
There we go.
I think it's underneath.
So at this point, we were informed that there were strict rules about recording inside. There were certain designated areas you can take photos at, but video was very much prohibited here. Tried my best, and the most I could do was get this recording of me eating a pork bun. Quite yummy too.
That's a really big bun.
And the part that I loved was this. Exploring the ship as if you're one of the crew members. Amazing. Pure bliss. There were other activities you could do as well that were more interactive, like practicing your swordsmanship with Zoro. I made so many mistakes because I didn't understand when it was going to start. It was a mess. Another is finding clues with Robin. It's a guessing game with Nami. Going through a spooky haunted house with Brooke. Mind you, it wasn't spooky, but it was funny nonetheless. Playing an arcade game on Frankie, and so much more. Now what you're viewing now is the One Piece live performance. We almost missed this show because we thought the ticket we purchased included the One Piece activities with the Tokyo Tower view, as well as the live performance. But when we went to go line up, the ladies informed us that it didn't include it. Of course, I was confused. I thought that's what we got, but at the end of the day, it was our mistake because we really didn't read well. So we had to go all the way back downstairs to where we purchased our tickets to speak with someone in order to get the situation resolved. Once the girl we were talking to contacted her manager, who could assist us a little more only because her English was better, we were able to fix it by having to do a return and repurchase. I felt so sorry they had to go through that because, you know, working in retail, you understand the struggle. But at the end of the day, they were so nice, very helpful, and understood. And of course, like I said, it was our mistake. It wasn't their mistake. We read the poster wrong. And they were even more nice because the manager even asked if we wanted to go to that performance, which was this one, or if we wanted to wait an hour and a half for the next one. Of course, we didn't want to because we wanted to continue going after that performance to explore more. So the manager was so nice to escort us to the live performance because she said she would make sure we would be able to get inside in case there was a problem and we didn't make it on time and the girls wouldn't let us in. Amazing. She got us there. We were able to go in. I wasn't even mad sitting in the back. I thought it was the perfect view because that way I wasn't trying to struggle seeing behind people's heads. I could see the whole stage, and even awesome was the entrance of Caesar Clown was right behind me. I didn't even notice that was going to happen, but it was so cool.